Paranormal events are interesting to most people. While some people believe in supernatural events, some people think these are quite absurd. However, sometimes we encounter such things that even the most non-believers begin to doubt some things. The Cooper family, celebrating their move to a new house in Texas, took this photo on the day of the celebration. The family, who did not encounter any abnormal events on the day the photo was taken, was quite surprised when they saw the picture. The existence of the man hanging upside down from the ceiling is undeniably clear, but the mystery of the photo is still unsolved. This video was watched millions of times and caused great controversy. The incident in the video still remains a mystery. The Brown Lady of Rainham Hall is a ghost that reportedly haunts Rainham Hall in Norfolk, England. It became one of the most famous hauntings in the United Kingdom when photographers from Country Life magazine claimed to have captured its image. The Brown Lady is so named because of the brown brocade dress it is claimed she wears. According to legend, the Brown Lady of Rainham Hall is the ghost of Dorothy Walpole, the sister of Robert Walpole, generally regarded as the first Prime Minister of Great Britain. She was the second wife of Charles Townshend, 2nd Viscount Townshend, who was notorious for his violent temper. The story says that when Townshend discovered that his wife had committed adultery with Lord Wharton, he punished her by locking her in her rooms in the family home, Rainham Hall. According to Mary Wortley Montagu, Dorothy was in fact entrapped by the Countess of Wharton. She invited Dorothy over to stay for a few days, knowing that her husband would never allow her to leave, not even to see her children. She remained at Rainham Hall until her death in 1726 from smallpox. James Courtney and Michael Meehan, crew members of the SS Watertown, was cleaning a cargo tank of the oil tanker as it sailed toward the Panama Canal from New York City in December of 1924. Through a freak accident, the two men were overcome by gas fumes and killed. As was the custom of the time, the sailors were buried at sea off the Mexican coast on December 4th. But this was not the last the remaining crew members were to see of their unfortunate shipmates. The next day, before dusk, the first mate reported seeing the faces of the two men in the waves off the port side of the ship. They remained in the water for 10 seconds, then faded. For several days thereafter, the phantom-like faces of the sailors were clearly seen by other members of the crew in the water following the ship. On arrival in New Orleans, the ship's captain, Keith Tracy, reported the strange events to his employers, the city's service company, who suggested he try to photograph the eerie faces. Captain Tracy purchased a camera for the continuing voyage. When the faces appeared again in the water, Captain Tracy took 6 photos, then locked the camera and film in the ship's safe. When the film was processed by a commercial developer in New York, 5 of the exposures showed nothing but sea foam, but the 6th showed the ghostly faces of the doomed seamen. The negative was checked for fakery by the Burns Detective Agency. After the ship's crew had been changed, there were no more reports of sightings. When Denise Russell re-examined the photo she had taken during a picnic shortly before her grandmother's death in 1997, she came across an incredible detail, according to her, because he noticed a man standing behind his grandmother. When Russell compares the photo with old photos, he says that the man standing is his grandfather, who died in 1984.